No. What up? What's up? Ah. It's time for the Super Ultra SSD combo. That's what it's all about, right, chat? That is what it's all about. Wait. I see a bona fide pony in the chat. Let me reach out to them on Discord and see why they are trying to infiltrate. I knew it. I knew it. He's not even hiding the fact that he's a pony. His love and affection for Mark Cerny knows no bounds. How's it going, Chille? How's it going? Wait, shouldn't I be here? Oh no, that's not working. I know why that's not working. Chat, 1 second. Another 10 minutes. Okay, well, I've clearly messed something up really badly. Okay, I messed something up like astronomically badly, but another 10 minutes. So I was actually supposed to do this via StreamYards, and I kind of screwed up. So this is going to be, well, it's only for 20 minutes, right? Let's move me a little here, make me a little bit smaller. And we can full screen this because I don't really care for the chat. Does YouTube do 1440p? I guess it does. It's good enough. I did not get Tailborn on Steam. They're trying to fix the super fast SSD. I knew it. I knew it. Hello, Chille. Chille, can you say something?
Hello? I just wanted to make sure I muted your video before I said anything.
Okay, awesome stuff.
I only mute the tab so that way I still count as a viewer.
Oh, God, you are loud. You're
I'm
not loud.
sorry,
Oh, no,
everyone.
you're not loud. It's just my son had my headphones at full blast. I was fixing some statuses earlier today for like super chats and stuff for text to speech. As you all had a lot of fun with that yesterday on Twitch, I figured it
was a lot of fun. All ponies are loud by default. Yeah, I'm well known for being super loud. I'm the loudest.
Hey, look, if this thing is looking, I would normally have the old layout. I messed up when I went live because I was running out of time. I kind of panicked because I'm still technically working. So we're gonna watch this, have a little back and forth for 5 minutes, and then we will reconvene tonight in our normal stream.
I do feel like most people are going to be completely disappointed in this. Like, not in the hardware aspect, but people, even though they've called it a technical presentation and it's going to be a talk about the console, people are going to go in expecting some games. I don't think there's going to be any real game footage shown at all.
No,
I think it's just going to be, I think it's mostly going to be spec talk.
If I don't see God of War 3, The Last of Us 3, Uncharted 7, Ratchet and Clank 14, Spider-Man 7, if I don't see Venom 4 and, Wolverine 2, then I'm going to be very disappointed.
Man, at least you're not expecting Venom 4 remastered. They're going to start remastering the games before they come out.
Venom 4 remastered? Our protocol. I had to basically leave at like 3:10, rush over to my kid's school because there's no public transport where I live. Can you imagine, Chille? In the UK, we actually have an area that has no public transport for kids to go to school.
With how bad it is. Oh, to be fair, yeah, I used to have to take the taxi to school.
That's crazy.
Because there was no way.
Did you hear about Astrobot?
Yeah, I suppose it sold worse than Ratchet and Clank in the UK.
It did, yeah. It sold worse than Ratchet and Clank. What is up with you guys? It's a good game.
See how it actually, but I will say we'll see how much it did with digital, because it was only physical sales that were counted.
It's a good game. It's such a homage to PlayStation. Although they did reuse. There's 4 bosses in the game outside of the final boss.
Yeah.
And they reused, I think, 2 or 3 of the bosses from the previous game with the same exact mechanics and the same exact assets, slightly spruced up for the new one.
The thing is, if I bought that, when I buy that game, because I'm going to buy it eventually, I would buy digital.
Oh yeah. I'm digital all the way. That's why if they announce that there is going to be a digital PS5 Pro, I'll probably grab that one.
I got the physical PS5 because I was more into physical and digital at the time, but now I've gone pretty much.
Hey,
new Elder Scrolls announced.
Thank you very much for that sub.
There you go, new Elder Scrolls is announced.
Hey, it worked! Now someone try super chatting. See if that works.
Elder Scrolls dropped. It's out now.
What, 6?
No, Elder Scrolls Castles.
Oh, I was like, what's he talking about?
Yeah, oh no, that came out last year. Why is it? Oh no, it's out now.
I need to get it for my job, innit? I don't actually want it. I'm getting it for my job. I want to get into game reviewing, so I kind of have to. I don't have a choice. I still stand by that I'm getting scammed in it.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Castle, which is a reskin of Fallout Shelter, but for Elder Scrolls.
I still stand by that I'm getting scammed gaming, 100%.
I mean, yeah.
You know, I'm not going to deny that at all. But this is part of my job. I do want to get into reviewing games as well. So I'm going to need the best hardware to do that with, right? Unfortunately. But it's okay, because Chille said it's going to gift me one anyway, so it's not a problem.
No, I'm still got to wait and make sure I've got the money to buy the Xbox in case.
Oh, that's not happening. That's not happening. Just get me the Pro. It's cheaper.
You'll release a banger, and then somehow you'll get 3K subs overnight.
It's cheaper. Chat, isn't the PS5 Pro cheaper than the Series X?
Thanks, Mon, for super chat $2.06. I really want to take advantage of this.
But
hey,
no, I'm expecting this. Yeah, it
worked. Probably not as loud as I want it to be. I guess I have to set it to 100%. By the way, chat, how loud was the notification? For how loud was it? Oh, you've got me muted. How loud was it, chat? Was it loud enough? Not too loud? It's currently at 85 volume for the text-to-speech.
Jesse, I know people keep saying there's going to be a disc option, but I don't think there's going to be an official disc bundle for the PS5 Pro. I feel like any disc bundle is going to be done by retailers, where they will bundle the add-on that is sold separately for the slim PS5.
Protocol, not me. The notification that came out, it was very quiet. Okay, I'll set it to 100% after stream.
I might be too loud, so you might want to turn me down. I want to be like at 2%. I'm just like the little pony in the corner that like whispers. I should be just softly neighing in your ear. I remember when Portal 2 came out and it came with a free PC version on the PS3.
Okay, here we go. Super SSD incoming. It's going to blue screen.
I'm Mark Cerny.
Oh, shit.
I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience.
Is it loud, chat?
When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table. 8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed, complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass.
Man, look at that frame rate. Good
and
Lord.
The realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds.
I knew that SSD was mentioned. The audio is really good though, right?
And data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essential.
I mean, of course the SSD was to be mentioned.
You okay? I'm working on it.
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to know exactly where they are. Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players.
The PSSR.
Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second. Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players
I wouldn't
are choosing
recommend using Ratchet
performance
and Clank
about
for that because
3/4
Ratchet
of
and
the
Clank looks
time.
good no matter what.
Removing that decision,
sorry.
or at least
On fidelity, it
narrowing
looks
that
way better.
divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators
It looks
aspire
like a
to,
Pixar game.
at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it
67%.
uses. The result is rendering that's up
I
to
should have put 2 more
45%
percent.
faster.
I know, right?
Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per
It
second.
looks better.
It does look
Let's
bad.
compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
That's actually pretty
This
impressive.
goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
What about
We can
Final
see that
Fantasy
PS5
16?
Pro is close to doubling the power of
That game
PlayStation
runs like a
5.
donkey.
Another way to compare the two
offense.
consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5.
That's a big difference.
For this, my favorite
it's a
is the
big
parade
difference.
scene from Ratchet and Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
Yep.
So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the Big 3 showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to
You know what,
lighting
the
and
Steam Deck
visual
looks better
effects,
than this.
as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Dwarf's orders.
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as
Man,
well,
it looks beautiful,
particularly
though.
when the games are
No, not as
focused
good
on
as the
higher
Steam
frame
Deck, man.
rates.
The Steam
The
Deck is way
faster
better.
hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference,
This has nothing on Steam Deck.
allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray
Please
trace
tell me you're
reflections
trolling.
between the cars and gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60
Let
frames
me
per
have this
second.
one.
That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins
I
for
would
Hogwarts
I would
Legacy,
slightly believe you. You said Series
allowing
X.
not only for
That
better
would be slightly
reflections and a
believable.
greater variety of reflective surfaces,
Steam Deck-
but also for further realism in the casting
Fine.
of shadows.
What about the Ouya?
I hope you've enjoyed this run through
okay, I
of the
believe that.
technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro.
It was untapped
Simply put,
potential.
it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick
I mean, of
look
course
at
it's
a
your-
number
it's
of
your
games
newest
running
console.
on the new
It's a
console.
bit
Okay, we
weird
are
if he
getting
said
games.
it was the-
You'll never
Oh,
Here it is. I actually had the right picture on my thumbnail. Sponsored by Adidas.
Oh, there we go. Crisis Core. Oh, that reunion. Rebirth, sorry.
That was Rebirth.
It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
Ubisoft is in severe trouble.
It's a shame because, yeah.
They could disappear, like seriously disappear.
They got what they could be bought out at any moment now.
Not by Microsoft. They can't buy it.
Imagine if Nintendo buys them to support the Ubisoft games on Nintendo.
That would be funny. Microsoft needs to get rid of the FTC before they can buy anyone else.
I don't think Sony will buy them.
I don't think Sony can afford them. There it is. $699. Oof.
Ooh. That's a pricey. It's the same. You might as well order it from America. It's cheaper. Okay, I'm out for that price.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was okay at $599. Where is it? I love how the dollar and the pound is just a change in the currency coin symbol.
I mean, isn't that just what these companies used to do back in the day anyway?
It was,
like,
yeah, but come on, we're way past that point. They don't even give you the vertical stand. You have to buy that separately. Oh my god, $700. That's actually $100 more than I actually anticipated. I said $599.99. I didn't think they would go to $700, and that doesn't look like it's got a disk drive. I can't see it anywhere.
No, it doesn't.
It's an all digital, and I guess you just buy the drive separately. So £800 is the cost of that console.
Yep.
It's £100, right?
Remember well, unless you already own the drive from the Slim. But yes, in theory, £800.
That's expensive. I think that's even too much for me at this point. That is too much. It's not digital only. You can buy the drive add-on. Sony made it modular, so they don't have to worry about the drive anymore. Yeah. That's why the design of the Pro looks the same. It's basically
and also
just
supposedly, and supposedly it will also use the same face plates as the Slim. Supposedly there's like a weird like thing that the Slim has like an extra face plate that when you buy them you could. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's crazy pricing. That right there, that's crazy pricing.
Hey, look at the yen price.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But you know what? You could buy a 4090 for that price, right? You can buy a
November
4090 for that price.
Okay.
November 7th? Right, chat. Yeah. It's my birthday soon. Start donating. I'm joking. But yeah, that's a lot more than I thought it was. I didn't think they'd have the ball. But do you know why the price is $699?
Because
who's their competition?
Who's compete against?
Who are they competing against? If Microsoft was actually competition for them, that would have been $599. And this is what I was afraid of. This is what I was afraid of. Because if Microsoft was competition to them, that would be $599. They would not be bold enough to do $699. But they have no competition. And this is why what Microsoft is doing is bad. Because this is what it creates.
From what we've heard, by the way, we've got a stat now. 75% of PS5 owners play in performance mode.
How many?
75%.
I mean, I play in performance mode all the time on PlayStation.
Yeah.
I mean, Ratchet and Clank on fidelity looks jaw-dropping. Seriously.
I played it on fidelity.
But I can't play it. No, it stutters everywhere. Like, literally, it's slow motion going. By the time I get one jump through, I've fallen asleep. I've fathered 3 children, and I'm growing grey hair. So I switched back to performance mode, and everything just returned back to normal, and it was all a bad dream.
I love how everyone's complaining about no disk drive, but the price, just because of the price. I'm sorry, but I really, maybe I'm just weird, but I really don't care about the lack of disk drive now, especially nowadays. Like at the start of the gen, at the start of last gen, maybe, but this gen, everything I buy is pretty much digital. So
I mean,
I really don't care.
Laughing, that's for that's for a limited edition Xbox. That you can't compare that to this.
Wow.
I don't understand how people are comparing limited edition pricing to standard edition.
I can't confirm this because there's a leak. But supposedly, the state of play that's coming out this month.
Yeah.
If this leak is true, again, this is leak, so take it with a pinch of a grain and pinch of.
Okay, I'll tell you if it's true or not.
There's going to be no first party games at the state of play. So yeah, no first party games.
But what they are going to show is improvements to their current gen games. They're saving the proper state of play for next year.
Probably.
What they're going to show off, what they're going to work on this year, is improving the games. But here's the thing, right? Here's the part that actually really is going to be the real kicker. Because I'm going to have to jump off in a minute. I'm going to be back later on tonight, chat. So hopefully I'll see you back by around 7:15, 7:30. I do need to get back to work. But here's the real kicker. Sony mandates that any game being released on PlayStation 5 must use the PS5 Pro features. So every Xbox game that goes over to PlayStation will be played best on PlayStation.
Let's go.
That's the kicker right now. And you'll see a lot of people talking about that now. And there is literally nothing to defend against that. Wayne, how old will I be? I'll be 42. A few more years and I'll be pretty much Vincent from Final Fantasy VII.
No, I think he's younger than that, right?
Mate, he's dead.
Vincent?
He's a vampire, isn't he?
Well, yeah, true.
He's dead. Bags, I mean, PC trumps everything, right? But we're talking day and date. But if we're bringing PC into it, PC is the best.
I know. Vincent's 57.
I don't know why people are bashing. People are bashing Xbox in the chat. Who's bashing Xbox in the chat? Sony has always done this. They did this with the PS4 Pro as well. If you make a game for PlayStation, you have to utilize the Pro capabilities, which means.
But that doesn't mean you have to be good at them. Like, you just have to have them there. So you could be really lazy.
Yeah, but you have to utilize them.
Yeah, you have to use them.
You have to use them. So games like, say, Call of Duty, Indiana Jones, will have, better ray tracing on the PS5 Pro. It'll look better because they have to utilize the features. It's literally a mandate that they have if you're releasing games on their platform. Dude, this thing will be too expensive in South Africa. Mate, it's too expensive in the UK. No.
Yeah.
It's £700.
I'm reading my work
that's without
chat,
the drive?
and everyone's like, I'm reading my work chat, and most of them are like, nah, I'm out.
With the drive, it's
we
800.
write stuff for PSU. We write stuff for PlayStation, and we're like, now we're out.
And then they're selling you the stand separately after you pay 800 quid. So it's like 829.99. Well, 829.98.
Okay, yeah, it is confirmed that the PS5 Pro, the PS5 Slim disk drive is for the Pro as well.
Yeah, it
Which,
is.
by the way, I told you ages ago. Nobody believed me.
Bags, that's a limited edition Xbox. You can't compare a limited edition console to a standard console. What you do is you compare the 1 terabyte Xbox Series X to this price. Comparing a limited edition to a standard edition is moronic. You know me, I am as fair as anything, but comparing the two makes 0 sense. I see a lot of people doing that online as well. A lot of ponies going around saying, "Oh, Xbox Series X 2 terabyte is this," but it's a limited edition.
Okay, it is a 2 terabyte, by the way.
I mean, it needed to be. The first one was less than a terabyte. It was 600 gig, usable.
Yeah, so this is probably 1.6 gig, right?
What's
I'm
the
guessing.
$800 price for Chaos? €800. That's €800, £700, and $700, and 120,000 yen in Japan. But if you want the stand, then it's 729.99, 729.99, 8299.
And if you want the disk drive, that's $79. So that's what, 17. Let's just say that's £79 just because they're doing that. So that's what, 800.
Mate, you need to fix that.
What?
I don't claim to be. Wait. When did I claim to be a PC gamer? I am a Omni gamer.
By the way, 120,000 yen is £644.
Mark,
Okay.
I have worked in the games industry. We literally spoke with my colleagues that used to work with me in the games industry yesterday. So how about you go fuck yourself and, get that dildo and shove it up your ass and, spin around like Cinderella. Because, you're out. Bye, princess.
Who are you talking about?
There was a guy called Mark in chat. I don't appreciate people calling me liars. It's one of my pet peeves.
Oh, okay.
If people call me a liar, I get really annoyed. So let's Cinderella fly off to whatever land he wants to go to.
But yeah, no, it'll be £644 in Japan. So.
I don't know if it's going to run GTA 6 at 60.
I would be surprised if it runs GTA 6 at 60 bag. It's probably going to be capped at 30 frames, but it'll be a steady 30 frames.
What if they run it at 240p?
Yeah, then the PSSR it up to the 8K. That would be great.
And then look like a blurry mess on the screen. Anyway, chat, I'm going to have to jump off because I've still got work to do. I'm going to be back later today at the usual time, 7:15. Mark won't be here because he's banned for 24 hours. Maybe he'll unsub as well, so I never have to see him again. But hopefully I'll see you.
If you're not
all
sub
then.
right now, make sure you sub though before then. Do it, sub and like. But bye.
And we will talk about all of this, the implications, tonight on stream. Right, that's it. Have a good one, folks. Peace out and remain legend.
Stay safe, everyone.
Stay safe, and thank you, Chille, for joining me.
No problem.